Hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also hit them notifications. Uh, Big ass weekend for football. Lots of upsets. I've been uh, I've been really busy over the weekend with a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? My daughter had a test that she had to take, and had some other things going on. Salute, salute, salute. What's up, Ted? What's up, Alex? See y'all in here, man. Um, I see y'all came at the same time. We had a Detroit Lions fan. Well, Green Bay. The Lions really wanted to beat the Vikings, man. All three of y'all got like a three-way rivalry going between Green Bay, Packers, and Minnesota. That's that rivalry between the three of y'all, man. That's bigger than some of the other rivalries. If you understand NFL football, but yeah, Detroit, they ended up beating the Vikings, but we ain't gonna talk about that, man. Listen, man, let's go ahead and get it up out of the way, man. Deshaun Watson, man. Now I had some people coming up in my comment section, um, praying on the downfall of Deshaun Watson. Listen, let me tell you something. Deshaun Watson, I still, um, from the human element side, I still fucks with Deshaun Watson, okay? But I'm not gonna praise somebody that's getting injured, man. You know what I'm saying? And so if you're doing that in my comment section, don't come up in there saying, "Oh yeah, well Deshaun Watson, oh I'm glad he's injured," and I think Ted was telling me that they were cheering for him, which I did see cheering for him while he was injured, man. You see that right there? That's evil, man. That's evil. Yeah, I know. But man, look, bro. It's one thing to criticize. I've been real critical of Deshaun Watson play. He hadn't played good, But I'm not gonna criticize a guy for going down with an injury, man. Guys work their asses off. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Deshaun Watson worked his ass off. To get to get to where he's at in terms of being in the NFL. Some of y'all will never, or well, have never had the luxury of playing in front of um, thousands of people, yet alone millions of people. So to laugh at a guy who's going through some stuff, man, you know what I'm saying? He's going through trials and tribulation. That's not cool. It's one thing to criticize him, but it's another thing. It's another thing to praise the downfall of it. And plus, y'all can't get mad at anybody. The Browns organization. Let me go ahead and fry the Browns organization for a second. Y'all haven't been topsy turvy. It ain't like now. I do gotta agree. They haven't placed a lot of weapons around Deshaun Watson. They did give him a lot of weapons initially on defense. Okay, and they gave him Amari Cooper, but we see that didn't work out. Y'all lost Amari Cooper. Okay, for a couple of picks or whatever. Okay, to another team within the conference when we talk about the Bills. And one thing that I did notice, and I really got to give a couple of guys props. I got to give Scrub Zero, S Young. I think Lemon Pepper Lou said this too. The offensive line has been horrible too. Plus, when we talk about a running game, your running game is in shambles too. So I'm I'm not gonna put 100% blame on Deshaun Watson for the downfall of everything, but he hasn't performed up to he hasn't been a Deshaun Watson as of old. But I'm not gonna criticize the dude, man, for getting injured, man. People want to bring all this stuff up about him stealing money and all this other stuff. I'm not gonna say that he's stealing money. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying he's got some other stuff going on in his head. I'm not gonna get into all that stuff about the hand jobs and body rubs and all that other shit. Look, that's just human nature. You know what I'm saying? That's just human nature. You said washed up and the Browns stupid to give up Cooper. Now listen, man, I don't believe that Deshaun Watson still got a lot of time left, man. We're not talking about a guy that's now we're not talking about a guy that's like 30 or 40 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like Deshaun Watson ain't even. I don't even think Deshaun Watson 30. How old is Deshaun Watson? I think he's like 28, 27, 28, 29 or something like that. How old is Deshaun Watson? Yeah, he's 29. He right there. He not even 30 yet. So he still got a lot of time, man. You know what I'm saying? But we got to see how he bounced back after this injury. You know that the Browns can't do anything, right? You do know that. The Browns can't do anything because of the contractual situation and the deal that he got. So he's just gonna have to work back to get back to where he's at. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that he should retire and no shit like that, but it doesn't look good. Stephen Green, you talking about he washed up. Nah, Aaron Rodgers is washed up. Aaron Rodgers is washed up. How about that? They gave him a top level receiver. And listen, you supposed to be the former MVP. Come on, man, don't run, Stephen. I know you're gonna leave a message and then go ahead and bounce up out of here. Nah, that's not the way we do things. All that peekaboo, jack in the box shit, all that other shit. Nah, stay up in here. Stay up in here while the iron is hot. Don't say something and then go. Aaron Rodgers is washed up. Let's talk about that. Aaron Rodgers is washed up. That's who's washed up. Aaron Rodgers is in the twilight zone of his career. Aaron Rodgers done had numerous injuries after injuries after injury. Okay, I know Deshaun Watson, he had his injury, but this is an Achilles injury. And Achilles can go at any time. You can snap it. We're not talking about like just a movement injury or like a growing injury or no shit like that. This is an Achilles. It happens, man. You could snap your Achilles at any given time. You could just like what Kobe did. You could do it on a turn, like when he was getting ready to turn off of a dribble or whatnot. You could do it how Kevin Durant did it. You could do it how Dominique Wilkins did it. You know what I'm saying? You could do it how Shaq did it, but he was done. Shaq pretty much did it. He was done. But I'm talking about you being in the prime of your career. Yeah, you could snap it doing anything. Hell, you could snap your Achilles just by walking. You see, that's the thing. Your Achilles, like when you talk about cartilage, and I'm not trying to be a doctor, and I'm not professing to be no physician or no shit like that. But one thing I do know is I know about the bone structure. You know what I'm saying? You talking about a guy, you talking about me that knows anatomy and physiology. Okay? Now, when you talk about the Achilles tendon, it's like a rubber band. A rubber band, okay? If you've ever had a rubber band can stretch to a certain point. It can stretch to a certain point. What you don't realize is that you're stretching that Achilles tendon so much. Once a rubber band gets loses his tightness or whatnot, of actually pulling it and stuff, it can snap at any given time, and that's what your Achilles tendon is. And then when you got to go back and got to go redo it, you could mess it up again. And your Achilles tendon it connects up, going up to your calves, and then of course you got to think about your hamstring too. It's like everything is all connected, so you're going to be out of whack. Pretty much your whole leg is going to be out of whack. Man, Cook Sports, I ain't seen your ass in a minute. What's up with it, man? Let's get the likes up, man. Get it up to 10, man. Snap it up to 10. Cook Sports, make sure y'all go sub to the homie, Cook Sports. I ain't seen it in a minute, man. What's up with it, though? But the thing about it is when you think about that, or you think about like, you having to go put some cartilage into your knee and stuff, that cartilage, like, that's in between your knee, when it's like bone on bone, is very, 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 very thin. Like, a lot of players, they'll be after they play, some players got to have go back in and have surgery on their knees or whatever, because of all the wear and tear, and you see a lot of guys getting fluid drained out of their knees. That's the situation that's going on with Kawhi. Now Kawhi, he should go ahead and retire. That's never gonna get better, and I stand on that. Or listen, what we don't want to happen is, we don't want something potentially bad to take place off of a really bad injury, to where you mess up your leg even more. But yeah, Steven talking about, he washed up and all this other stuff, man. Deshaun Watson ain't washed up, man. But he's just not playing up to the level. He's not playing up to the level that he should be. He's not playing up to the level that he should be, man. But he could use this time again to reflect. His value has gone down. I'm not going to lie about that. But he's not done, though. Aaron Rodgers is done. Now, Russell Wilson, I got to give him his props. He started off a little slow. He started off slow. And I'm not, we're not surprised by that. You know what I'm saying? He's not in rhythm. I don't agree with him being in there. Like, I that's just me. But it seemed like him and Pickens are, they connected real well together. I think Pickens had five receptions for 111 yards and a touchdown. So a great job by Pickens, and a great job, even better job by the Steelers defense. So a great comeback game. I'm not gonna shit on Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? If they would have lost the game, though, like I told Cypress, because this is his squad. Like I was telling Cypress, I would have came on here and I would have cooked Mike Tomlin. I would have gave him the smoke for real, because you're gonna mess with the rhythm. But you better have got that win. And really, honestly, Russell Wilson should be thanking Justin Fields, because here's how I look at everything. Justin Fields was actually showing him some things. Like, you know how, like, you can learn. They say that you can learn from kids. You can learn from the younger generation. I think that's what Russell Wilson did. I think he was actually picking what's his name's brain, Justin Fields' brain, and he was looking at this guy and he was like, you know what? I can actually, if I did some things like this, so he should actually thank Justin Fields for teaching him some things. I know some of y'all ain't gonna agree with me on that, but Justin Fields kept it pretty much simple, and that's what what's his name? That's what Russell Wilson was doing. Besides throwing it to Pickens a lot, he utilized the running game a lot, and on top of that, he had a rushing touchdown too as well. Yes, oh, okay, man, y'all messages ain't coming through. Sorry. Deshaun Watson, 28. Russ has stingy D running game. Do you think Watson a good fit at Cleveland? Watson don't have the right weapons. I mean, Rodgers, yeah, right. I agree with you on that one. Rodgers does have pieces. Rodgers does have pieces. They gave him Devontae Adams. Like you went up there and you got Salah fired. Okay, that's what the homie Outlaw. Shout out to Outlaw. That's what the homie Outlaw was talking about. Um, you went up there and you got Salah fired, and you got pretty much what you wanted. Y'all were probably planning this shit behind the scenes, getting Devontae Adams. But guess what? It still didn't work. It still didn't work. And then, do I think that Deshaun Watson is a good fit for the Browns? Not for that organization, no. I mean, but it can't do anything about it now. When you came there, it was the intent of you and Amari Cooper being a powerhouse. That's what the Browns organization was hoping to do. They were hoping that you and Amari Cooper were supposed to be a dominant force, but it didn't happen that way. Um, Congratulations to the New York Liberty for delivering the first ever WNBA championship. A good season, even though that a lot of people weren't really paying attention on them. They were either focused on Angel Reese or focused on Caitlin Clark. Ajah Wilson was making noise too. I was hoping Ajah Wilson got it, though. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted Ajah. I wanted her to get it. I ain't even gonna lie, man. I wanted the Aces to win it. Because I felt like Ajah Wilson, she deserved another one. She had a remarkable season, man. So I felt like she should have won it. But nevertheless, they won it. Well, yeah, I mean that's the only thing y'all focus on, man. I mean, y'all so thirsty, man. Y'all not even focused on the game. Y'all focus on how Angel Reese looks. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm talking about the game. You up in here talking about her dress and how she look and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That just goes to show you the thirst level, man. But anyways, man. Well, yeah, man. I mean, dang, can we, can we focus on the game, though? Like, dang, hey, settle down, man. You're not even focused on the game. You focus on them. That's just like the Super Bowl. You're not even gonna be focused. If the Kansas City Chiefs made the Super Bowl, you wasn't even focused on the game. Ted, you were focused on Taylor Swift and Ice Spice probably. That's what you were focused on. You're like, nah, put the camera on Ice Spice. Put it on Taylor Swift. Don't put it on the game. I had a injured ACL in baseball in high school. Said that baseball career is over. Steven, you played baseball? That's the only sport you played? What's up, Cypress? How did you mess up your ACL, man? But yeah, man, the New York Liberty, they won. They they brought the title back. Now we're gonna see if the Yankees can do it. We're gonna see if the Yankees gonna do it, man. I'm pushing. I want the Dodgers to win it all. I'm going for the Dodgers. You know what I'm saying? Originally, they was with the Brooklyn Dodgers. I want y'all to know that. You know what I'm saying? The Negro Leagues. You know what I'm saying? That's why I root for the Dodgers, man. You know what I'm saying? For those of y'all that don't think I'm into baseball, nah. But that's what everybody want to see. They want to see a New York versus um, LA Dodgers series. That's what everybody want to see. Yep, that's what everybody want to see. That's a dream series. You don't know how much marketability that that carries. Oh man, you a Yankees fan, man? Y'all kill me with that, man. I'm a closer fan though. I like Mariano Rivera. I remember I got into a heated debate about who the GOAT pitcher was, and I said Mariano Rivera. If you like, okay, like he set records and stuff, and if you're going by like numbers and stuff like that, of course you're gonna probably put like like guys like Nolan Ryan and all this other stuff up there, all these other guys up there. But Mariano Rivera, man, I'm taking him all day long. But I got the Dodgers winning it. Yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, the next thing. But congratulations to the New York Liberty. Um, Now let me talk about this. Let me talk about Ant-Man. Now everybody's in an uproar about Ant-Man, and he said once he win a championship, if he wins a championship, he gonna play football. Now look, I don't got a problem with that. All right, now Anthony Edwards, he did play football, and he was pretty nice at it too. Okay, but that's what I'm saying, man. Like, why are you even flirting with that idea? Let's go ahead and let's focus on what you're doing now. Let's focus on your craft now. Because you up in here talking about if you win a championship, nah, after that, you should be wanting to try to win more championship. But you know what that tells me? That tells me that your desire to be one of the best to ever do it in basketball, it's not really there. You came in with that mentality. You said that you didn't even really want to play basketball, or really knew if you really wanted to play basketball from the get. That's why everybody was trying to flame you in the beginning because of what you said. And you better ease up. Yeah. You said your Yankees win. How you a Yankees fan though? Like I don't. Why are y'all Yankees fans? But Anthony Edwards, Anthony Edwards, man, he need to focus on what he's doing. Focus on the season, man. Focus on the season. Focus on. You need to take it one step at a time. Why are you even thinking about football? Like, I'm not knocking you because everybody can do what they want to do. It's his body, it's his career, what he wants to do. But you focus on football right now, and you got to get your get back from last season. You got to get your get back from last season. What y'all think, man? Y'all think Ant-Man should play football or not? Y'all focus on baseball. I done moved. Ain't nobody talking about no baseball no more. I talked about that for a brief moment. Y'all really probably not even Yankees fans. Y'all just chose the Yankees because they so popular. That's what it is. Y'all don't know. y'all can't even name the 1978 roster, man. Let me stop, man. You said he should stick with the NBA. But what if he played football, though? What if he played? What if he played? Hey, do you think he'll be successful? I mean, Ant-Man is 6'4", 6'5", you know what I'm saying? He can leap out of this world and run. He's really fast. Now, you would have to transition, but you got to think about it. If he talking about playing like, let's say if he went out like in his 20s, all right? If he wins a championship, if he fucked around, win a championship by the age of 24 or something like that, okay, yeah, you better go right then and there, because if you try to go in there on some Nate Robinson shit, like in your 30s and all that other stuff, nah, that's a little too late. You said Reese will win a title before Clark. No, I could have swore I was talking about Anthony Edwards, but never mind. I try to figure out. We kind of left that a long time ago, but I get it, Steve, man. Yes, in high school, Ant has agility for. He got agility and athleticism. Yeah, he does, man. He's very agile. I gotta see. I guess I gotta see him because I mean, yeah, you might have played it. You might have played at a level. You know what I'm saying? Before the NFL, but NFL is a whole nother level, though. Sliding hard in second base. Nah, I know how you injured your ACL. You injured your ACL sliding in that pussy. That's what it was. That's what it was, man. Hey, Ted and Cypress, Steven, man, he got a Charlie horse and injured his ACL at the same time, man. When he was hitting it from the back, man, they're like, oh, I got a Charlie horse and I turned my ACL. Damn. Talking about you slide, you sliding in the same. Nah, you was sliding in that WAP. That's what it was. Stupid. She like, get your old ass up. that's what it was, man. Steven was up in there cramping up and shit. Like, wait, baby, wait. Just give me a couple minutes. Oh, man. Like, my knee. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. He tore his ACL, getting on his knees begging, like Keith Sweat, because he knew he messed up. I wanna feel you. He said, nobody, baby. Yeah, man. Steven was up in there, man. He messed up his knees from begging. It was like, baby, I know you want to leave me. Nah, but I think Ant-Man, if he gonna go for it, man, he better do it wisely, man. Cause I don't even know what he wants to do, like in terms of, like, okay, he said he wants to play football, but I don't know how serious he truly is gonna take take the game. Because you about to begin the NBA season, but you're talking about football. Yeah, he was great. Yeah, I had the privilege of actually witnessing Iverson play football when I was in VA. You said you done, Matt Moses. What's up with it? Hey, you think you could cover Ant? Yeah, he was a scrambler. Um, like, listen, man, he had that Michael Vick style because listen, there was him. Of course, Mike Vick. He came later on, but but there was another guy. I don't think y'all know who he is, man. But he played for North Carolina. But he was. I watched both of these guys. I had the privilege of watching. I didn't see Michael Vick in high school, but I saw Iverson, and I saw a guy by the name of Ronald Curry. He played for North Carolina. He was from Virginia. I used to watch him all the time. He he was I would say he was a couple of notches better than AI in football. Not by much, just a little bit though. But it's a guy named Ronald Curry. Go look him up, man. He was in Virginia, man. He didn't last that long, man. He didn't last that long, but man, in high school, and he was good in basketball too, though. Ronald Curry could get up too, man. Like, go look at some of his stuff in high school, man. Yeah, he was a joy to watch. Like, there was a lot of two sport athletes coming out of Virginia, man. But yeah, man, I hated the way his career ended, man. Yeah, but I think if Ant Man want to do it, that's his decision, man. I mean, I can't sit up here and judge him, man. If that's what he wants to do, that's on him. But I will say this, man. You being the leader of the team, you shouldn't even be talking like that, though. You should not. You shouldn't be talking like. You shouldn't be saying anything about any other sport. Okay. Now I know interview. You know the interviewers are gonna ask you questions and everything, but you should have just been like, look, my whole focus is winning the championship for this organization. That would have been a better. But see, that comes with growth and maturity. You know what I'm saying? Ant still got to mature, man. He's still got to mature as a person and as a player too, man. You shouldn't even be worried about basketball right now. I mean football right now. Your focus should be round ball. Yeah, that's what his whole focus should be. And it looked like he was doing that because he came out. I mean, he came out killing, man. Just straight killing against I think it was New York. And then of course he sat down. But I was like, okay, his focus is different and everything. Yeah, he did. He did. I mean, all that's great, but you still we talking about mentally. We talking about mentally though, Ted. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to we got to come on, man. Hold on one sec, y'all. Yeah, mentally, you right about that, Matt Moses. I don't listen. I'm gonna say this, all right. I don't have no problem with a a player that wants to play multiple sports. Actually, I encourage that. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, especially because, but something got to give though after a while. Like, there's very few that are able to excel at a high level at both of them. I mean, Dion was able to do it. Bo Jackson did it, but you see what happened ended up happening to Bo Jackson. But Bo Jackson was good at he was just naturally gifted at everything. I knew a guy like that in high school. He was playing everything. I was like, damn, this dude. I mean, he'll be in basketball. He'll be in football, baseball, running track. I mean, damn, he was trying to play volleyball, but we didn't have no men's volleyball team. Yeah, Western Conference Final. Hey, and you know what, Ted and Matt Moses, everybody up in here, man. I was watching some shit yesterday, man. I just happened to flip this shit on. But it was about. I know this is kind of change the subject a little bit, man. But I was watching this shit on Macho Man Randy Savage and the Mega Powers back in the day, man. And the whole shit that went on with Elizabeth and shit. I don't know why I just wanted to talk about that though. But Ted and Cypress and I think what's his name, Stephen Green, y'all made me think of wrestling, man. But man, that shit was so real. But no, I was thinking about it because when I was little, man, everybody really thought it was real, and it was a lot of real shit going on. Even though Macho Man Randy Savage, he hated Hulk Hogan in real life and shit. God rest his soul. But I remember, man, I never really knew what really amplified everything, but then they slowed it down because you know how they would pick Elizabeth up, God rest her soul too. They would pick Elizabeth up and on the shoulder, and Hulk Hogan had grabbed her ass. And he was like, man, you don't touch Elizabeth. His hand is on her ass, and stuff like that, man. And yeah, Ronald Curry, from Hampton, man, Hampton Roads. I know about Virginia, Stephen. I'm hard in Virginia, man. Tide Water. Nigga, I know about Williamsburg, Busch Gardens, Old Dominion out in Richmond. You know what I'm talking about? Vibe Beach, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? I got people over there. Bad News, Denby, you know what I'm saying? Kickertan. I could start naming off the high schools for you. They had Kickertan, Phoebus, Bethel, Hampton High, you know what I'm saying? They got Hampton University, Norfolk University. Oh man, Norfolk State, man. Man, dog, Chesapeake, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, UVA, all that, you know what I'm saying? He had lust in his eyes for Elizabeth. Yeah, man. But I was just watching that shit, man, and man, that shit was crazy though, man. But I didn't know that he was schizophrenic, man. Yeah, nah, he would. Hey, I wish Ronald Curry would have, stayed home. But man, he was a bad boy. Everybody, I was just mentioning another two-sport athlete. You know what I'm saying? Randy Moss was another one, another guy that could play two sports. You know, um, and I know y'all probably don't. Every time I mention him, y'all get crazy. But LeBron James, he was good. He was good at in football too, man. Man, Elizabeth though, man, everybody was in love with Elizabeth though. Everybody was in love with Elizabeth, and then he bought. Eventually, he bought Sherry. But I remember when Elizabeth went in. Elizabeth tried to be hardcore like Sherry, man, and she went into the ring and snatched her by her wig or whatever, and threw her out of the ring. And oh man, yeah, man. Man, see, hey Ted, man, and Steven, everybody up in here, man, I used to think that shit was so real, man. I used to think all that shit was real. Yeah, man. Oh my gosh, man. And Jake the Snake. I remember when everybody thought what's his name was fitting to die. Macho Man Randy Savage, when he got bit by Lucifer. I think that was the snake's name, right? Lucifer. And all these years, man, I never got to meet Jake the Snake. I always wanted to meet Jake the Snake though. I never got to meet him. Never got to meet him, man. Man, nah, my mom never, man, she never, I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, when it came to like Christmas, okay, my mom told me it was fake. When it came to like the goddamn Tooth Fairy, she told me it was fake. You know what I'm saying? But she never destroyed, well, when she told me Santa Claus wasn't real, and you know, the Easter Bunny, all that other shit, you know what I'm saying? But man, she never destroyed my excitement to say that wrestling uh wasn't wasn't real. Yeah, but man, these guys. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, Ted. These guys, everybody talk about how like athletes, like you know, football players and basketball players, and of course, shoot, lacrosse players and golfers and shit like that, and baseball, like they party hard. They don't party hard like wrestlers do. They don't party hard like wrestlers do. That's why their lifespan is so short. Like these guys be dying at like, you know, 50 and 60 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at Razor Ramon like he's still living, man. God rest his soul, Scott Hall. But yeah, these guys were gangsters, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And partiers. Like these guys would I've heard stories of these guys, like they'll fight, and Cypress probably know what I'm talking about because he's in the area where a lot of the origin of wrestling began. These guys would literally have blood all over their faces after fighting one another, and then drink afterwards or do their little drugs afterward like nothing happened. Like these guys would fight on the road, and man, these guys had a lot of women, man. Like these guys were literally like, you know, like rock star, man. And you want to talk about like, if you want to get into being in, you know, like orgies and all that other stuff, wrestlers were doing it like crazy. It was nothing for them to, and they would party with different groups. I know like different rock groups would go, from what I hear, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how true it is, but like, you know, Ted, like, we're talking about like the older wrestling, right? Like, some of the rock groups like Aerosmith and REM and Pearl Jam and Red Hot Chili Peppers and those groups like that, Kiss, of course, you know, Gene Simmons and all them, you know what I'm saying? They would go and party with these guys. Yeah, man, like these guys, you know, because it was like that. And of course, they would bring them all out on stage and stuff like that. You know, guest appearance. I remember Dennis Rodman was real cool. You know, Dennis Rodman was a Pearl Jam fan, and they let Dennis Rodman tour with them and stuff. But I think the leader got mad at Dennis Rodman because he snatched the microphone, and he was like trying to take over the whole show and stuff, and he got mad at Dennis Rodman, man. Yeah, man. Like wrestling is it's a brutal sport, but it's I think it's a slept on. It's really a slept on bargain in terms of being able to gross a lot of money, man. Yeah, cause of course he did. I mean, come on, man. That's Dennis, bro. But yeah, man, I'm getting ready to roll out, man. Make sure y'all hit the like, sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also hit the notifications too. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. I'll get at you later.